Okay, so let's start with a question for you. What if success wasn't really about, simply working harder or chasing the latest productivity hack, but instead it was about aligning your life with principles? Principles so fundamental they kind of transcend time and trends.
That is such a powerful idea. And it's right at the heart of Stephen R. Covey's work, isn't it?
Right.
The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Exactly.
And it's so much more than just another self-help book. It really is a profound framework, almost like a
A
blueprint.
blueprint, yeah, for building a life that's got purpose, real balance, and genuine influence.
hmm And Covey's insights, they've had this massive impact. You see it everywhere. Leaders, entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and just ordinary people too,
Yeah.
trying to navigate daily life.
Yeah.
So in this deep dive, our mission isn't just to list the habits. We really want to unpack that enduring wisdom, pull out those surprising nuggets, the practical stuff that makes them so powerful, especially for you, someone probably already familiar with these ideas on some level.
Right. And the foundation, the real bedrock of Covey's philosophy, it rests on this simple but profound truth. Private victory precedes public victory.
Private victory precedes public victory.
Okay. It means that genuine, sustainable success out there in the world, your career, relationships, whatever you're aiming for, it really springs from mastering your inner world first.
Your internal landscape.
Exactly. It's about cultivating your mindset, getting clear on your values, and crucially, establishing those daily habits, the ones that build that inner strength.
Okay, let's really lean into that. Let's explore each of these 7 habits because, like you said, they aren't just tips. They're principles, deep principles designed to build character. And that success we're talking about, it flows from that.
Precisely. And the first habit, arguably the most foundational one, is be proactive.
Okay, be proactive. Now, this one sounds pretty straightforward on the surface, right?
Sure.
But the implications are huge. It's
Yeah.
really about recognizing that, look, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you always control your response. A proactive person doesn't just react. They choose. They own their decisions. It's moving from feeling like a victim.
Yes, to being the architect of your own life.
Yeah.
And the mental shift Covey talks about, is critical here. It's often overlooked.
How so?
Well, instead of that reactive thought, oh, I can't, or that's not fair, the proactive mind immediately asks, okay, how can I? Or what can I actually do here?
Right, shifting the question.
It's moving from what he calls victim mode straight into creator mode, understanding your circle of influence, where you can make a difference, and focusing your energy right there.
Just think about how transformative that shift is for you listening. Stuck in traffic, facing a tough deadline, some unexpected personal thing. This habit means you stop waiting for the situation to change. You start looking at what you can do differently. It's about reclaiming that personal power.
Absolutely. And building right on that internal mastery, that proactive foundation, comes the second habit. Begin with the end in mind.
Ah, yes. This one's powerful. It kind of frames your whole life as this journey, right? And if you want to get somewhere meaningful, well, you need a map.
You do. And Covey gives us this really potent exercise. Visualize your own funeral.
Sounds a bit morbid, but stay with it.
It does, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
What do you honestly want people to say about you? About how you lived, who you were? That deep reflection that becomes your personal vision, your North Star.
And the crucial thing here, I think, the part people sometimes miss, is it's not just about setting goals like, I want to achieve X by Y date.
No, it's deeper. It's
Yeah.
about crafting a personal mission statement. So then every goal you set, every single decision you make, every project, it all aligns with that bigger picture, your vision.
Making sure your ladder is leaning against the right wall, as Covey puts it.
Exactly. Avoiding that trap of just being busy, busy without real purpose.
So this habit, begin with the end in mind, really helps you define what success looks like for you. Not based on someone else's definition. It's about living purposefully. Making sure today's actions are actually building towards the future you genuinely want, not just drifting.
Okay, so you've got that vision, that end in mind. The third habit then gives you the practical way to make it happen. Put first things first.
Right. And this isn't just, another time management hack. It's much bigger. It's life management. It forces us to ask, where are we really spending our limited time and energy? Is it on what's truly important or just what feels urgent?
That's the core of it. And
Yeah.
this is where Covey's famous time management matrix comes in, the 4 quadrants.
Yeah, urgent, important.
Right. And most people, unfortunately, get stuck in quadrant. Urgent and important. Crises, deadlines, firefighting. Or quadrant 3. Urgent but not important. Interruptions, some meetings.
The distractions.
Exactly. Covey urges us strongly to consciously spend more time in quadrant 2. That's the important but not urgent stuff.
Okay, like what?
Things like building relationships, long-term planning, exercise, continuous learning, preventative maintenance on your health, your car, whatever, things that don't shout for attention now,
But pay off hugely down the line.
exponentially. That's the key.
And the practical benefit for you listening is massive. When you consistently prioritize these quadrant 2 things, the stuff that often gets pushed aside, you're not just putting out fires anymore. You're building this foundation. Sustained effectiveness, real fulfillment, and often you actually prevent those quadrant AY crises from even happening in the first place.
Precisely. Okay, so those first 3 habits build that private victory.
Right.
Now we shift towards public victory, interacting with others. And that brings us to habit 4. Think win-win.
Ah, win-win. This one directly challenges that old idea, doesn't it? That life's a competition, a zero-sum game. For me to win, someone else has to lose. Covey says, no, think differently. Life's a partnership.
It is. And the goal, whether you're, say, negotiating a business deal or just having a discussion with your partner, is to genuinely look for outcomes where everyone feels they've benefited. Everyone wins.
Now, that sounds great, but it can be hard in practice, right?
It absolutely can be. And the deeper insight here, I think, is that win-win isn't just about weak compromise where everyone gives up something.
It's not just meeting in the middle.
No, it's often about finding creative third alternatives that actually expand the pie, so there's more for everyone. It takes courage, definitely. And consideration for the other person's perspective, especially when your interests seem totally opposed.
But that mindset is just crucial, isn't it, for building trust, for long-term success in any kind of collaboration?
Absolutely essential. So for you, think about this. Embracing a win-win approach can fundamentally change your interactions, potential conflicts. They become opportunities for creative problem solving.
Leading to stronger relationships, more productive teams, just more satisfying outcomes all around, professionally and personally.
And building right on that collaborative spirit is habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Oh, this one is huge for communication. Covey really nails a common human flaw here, doesn't he?
He really does.
Most of us, most of the time, we listen with the intent to reply, not to actually understand. We're busy formulating our comeback in our head while the other person is still talking.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
But great communicators, effective people, they practice what Covey calls empathic listening.
Empathic listening, what does that entail, really?
It's way beyond just hearing the words. It's about genuinely trying to step into the other person's shoes, to understand their perspective, their feelings, their underlying needs, before you even think about presenting your own viewpoint.
Wow.
It's like making deposits in what Covey calls an emotional bank account. You build up trust and goodwill through genuine understanding. Then when you do share your perspective, people are much more receptive.
The impact this habit can have on your communication skills, on the actual depth of your relationships. It's just dramatic. When you truly seek to understand first, you kind of disarm defensiveness, you build that trust, and you create a space where your own ideas can actually be heard and considered, not just reacted to.
Mm-hmm. And then habit 6 invites us to take all those interpersonal skills, the win-win thinking, the empathic listening, and combine them. Synergize.
Synergy. Okay, the classic 1 + 1 + 3 idea.
Sort of, yeah. The core concept is really beautiful, I think. It's the idea that when different perspectives, different strings come together respectfully, they can create something totally new, something brilliant, often better than what anyone could have come up with alone.
So it's about really valuing differences, not just tolerating them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Valuing diversity of thought, actively encouraging collaboration, and being open to new possibilities.
Yeah.
And the deeper insight, maybe, is that true synergy often emerges not from easy agreement, but from respectfully navigating disagreement.
Right, exploring those different viewpoints courageously.
Yes. It's not just cooperation, not just compromise. It's true creation. Leveraging everyone's unique contribution to get results that are genuinely greater than the sum of the individual parts.
Just think about how this applies to you. Leading a team, working on a project, even tackling a challenge within your family. Synergizing unlocks this incredible collective potential. It turns differences from potential roadblocks into pathways for breakthrough solutions.
Okay, and that brings us finally, after all that work on ourselves and with others, to habit 7, sharpen the saw.
The renewal habit. Such a powerful metaphor. It reminds you that your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotions, you are your greatest asset.
Absolutely. And like any valuable tool, you need maintenance. Sharpen the saw is about the absolute necessity of continuous self-renewal.
And Covey breaks it down into 4 key areas, right?
Yes. Physical exercise, nutrition, rest, mental reading, learning, planning, emotional or social emotional, building relationships, service, empathy, and spiritual clarifying values, meditation, time in nature, whatever resonates for you.
It's like keeping your tools sharp. You wouldn't expect a dull saw to cut effectively for long.
Exactly. And the profound point here is that without this deliberate, continuous investment in yourself across all four dimensions, your effectiveness just fades.
Yeah.
Your energy drains, your creativity diminishes,
You burn
you
out.
burn out,
Yeah.
and you actually lose the capacity to practice the other six habits well. So sharpen the saw isn't a luxury you do if you have extra time. It's fundamental. It's the foundation for sustainable effectiveness.
So for you listening, this isn't just about taking a break. It's about intentionally building activities into your life that genuinely replenish you in all these areas. It's a proactive choice you make for your long-term productivity, your well-being, and your ongoing capacity to actually live the other six habits.
And the overarching message, the thread woven through all seven of these habits, it really remains timeless, doesn't it? Covey's core idea, build character first and success will follow naturally.
It really resonates, and it's important to stress these aren't quick fixes. They're not life hacks you try for a week and then forget.
No, not at all.
They are deep, fundamental principles. Adopting them, truly integrating them, takes consistent effort. It takes genuine commitment, a willingness to keep learning and growing.
But the payoff is immense. They really will serve you, shape you, empower you for your entire life if you practice them consistently.
So as you reflect on this deep dive into Covey's wisdom, here's a final thought to consider.
Which one of these seven habits, maybe one you hadn't focused on as much before, do you think could have the most profound, perhaps unexpected impact on your life right now?
And maybe more importantly, what's one small, concrete action you could realistically take starting today or tomorrow to begin integrating that specific principle just a little more deeply into your daily routine?